Hey guys, it's Mike, and you're watching Mike's Rockin' Relics, and just a short video today, but I really wanted to take a minute and thank everybody for coming on board to the channel. We've surpassed 500 subscribers now, and I'm very grateful that everybody has decided to subscribe and watch the videos, and that's been great. So I just wanted to say thank you very much for that. Some exciting news as well. I'm going to be starting a second channel. And this channel is going to feature other things that I collect. It's going to be a bit of a vlog, places I'm going and things I'm doing. It's not going to have as much of a theme as this channel. This channel is going to remain music concentrated, and the other channel will be sort of everything else that I like to do. So that's what will be on that channel. There'll be sports and history and travel and all kinds of things like that. So that's what's going to be on the other channel, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. And if you're inclined, head over there and give that one a like. I'd really appreciate that as well. But I just wanted to say thank you very much for continuing to support this channel and coming along for the ride. I'm going to do a quick video today based on a viewer's comment, and this is going to be a walk through the letter A in my vinyl collection and just show you the records that are in there. And I do everything alphabetical here, so you can look through the letter A with me, and I'll give you a bit of insight on some of the records I own and show you some of the stuff that I like to listen to. Stay tuned. Okay, so over in this side of my record room is a few sort of shelves of records that I call this the B listening. This is not stuff I listen to regularly, but I have it. Sometimes it's to have a different pressing, or sometimes it's because there's one song on there I like, which is the case with this album. This is April Wine's Nature of the Beast, and Sign of the Gypsy Queen is on that. And it doesn't make an April Wine Greatest Hits package on vinyl. So this is kind of one for that reason. So that's in there. There's another April Wine. I like the early April Wine stuff. Those of you unfamiliar with April Wine, they are a Canadian rock band from the 70s and 80s. This one is just an interesting listen. I've always liked that record, but not one of their more popular ones. Next up, Herb Alpert and the Tijuana Brass, and that one is in there. The Animals, big Animals fan, and I like to have a lot of their 60s records. So there's a couple here, Animal tracks. And next up, America. Again, a few songs on here I like, but I don't listen to it very often. Enlightened Rogues by the Allman Brothers. This is a great Allman Brothers collectible. This is Dwayne and Greg. This came out in 1972 on Bold Records out of Florida, and it is the early stuff, I believe, of the Allman Joys before they were the Allman Brothers. So that's kind of a cool record, but again, doesn't get a lot of listens. This is a Record Store Day collectible that came out just recently. It's Aerosmith's first show from 1971, and they've done it up like a bootleg, which is pretty interesting. And now that they're off the road, it's kind of a cool piece to have. So that's Aerosmith's first concert. This is some AC/DC stuff, nothing special, but I have Australian pressings for all of these, so the North American ones are over here, and that's why they are here. And lastly in this stack is Lee Aaron, Metal Queen, and in Canada, she certainly was a pioneer of hard rock. Not a lot of women in Canada were doing hard rock stuff in the 1980s, so it's a bit of a cult item at this point, but pretty cool collectible. Okay, here we go. We're going to start with AC/DC and kind of work our way backwards here. This is actually a yellow vinyl version of Power Up, so that's what that is. Rock or Bust, Black Ice, Stiff Upper Lip, Ball Breaker, Live, that's the double live album, Razor's Edge, Blow Up Your Video. This is Who Made Who, and as well the Who Made Who 12-inch single. How's that? Fly on the Wall, Flick of the Switch, and this is actually signed by Cliff and Brian. They signed that in 2008 for me. For those about to rock, Back in Black, Highway to Hell, Power Age, If You Want Blood. Let There Be Rock. This is an original Australian pressing. Dirty Deeds. I believe this is the second pressing from Australia. This is the British version of High Voltage. And lastly, in that stack, another Australian pressing of High Voltage. Okay, moving onward through the letter A, we have Alice in Chains. This is the Music on Vinyl edition of Dirt. Then this is going to be the Aerosmith run. We have Get a Grip, Pump, Classics Live 2, Classics Live 1, Permanent Vacation, Done with Mirrors. This is Night in the Ruts, and it's getting really faint, but Joe Perry signed that way back. I don't know what year that was. I can't remember when he signed that, but a while ago. Live Bootleg, Draw the Line, Aerosmith Rocks. This is a Japanese pressing. Toys in the Attic, Get Your Wings. This is the first album. This version is signed. I have another one back here just as a backup. So that's the unsigned one I have, but I have one that is signed. That's up on my wall. And Bryan Adams and another Bryan Adams. Those are the two Bryan Adams records that I like the best. Up next, we have the Amboy Dukes, and this was Ted Nugent's first band out of Detroit and Journey to the Center of the Mind. Gregg Allman, solo record. This looks like all the Allman Brothers run here. This is a live Allman's record. Brothers and Sisters, Eat a Peach. This is the final concert that was put out for Record Store Day a while ago that featured Duane. So this is a live show from 71. This is Fillmore West from 71, which of course was the same tour as the Fillmore East, which is a phenomenal show. Great record. And Idlewild South. And then after that, the debut. This is Audioslave, Atomic Rooster. Great band. If you haven't listened to Atomic Rooster, In Hearing Of, a fantastic record. Came out on Elektra in North America. This is Atlantis, and I collect these Vertigo label records. They're hard to find, but cool bands that you might not have heard of before, but that's Atlantis. Chet Atkins, as a guitar player, a big Chet Atkins fan. This is Asia. Argent. April Wine, and I like the early era of April Wine. This is signed by a few members in the band. And this little run right here is, to me, the best April Wine stuff, but Electric Jewels on record and April Wine. Hard to find those ones. This is another Vertigo pressing. This is Aphrodite's Child. Pretty obscure record to find, but quite interesting. They're kind of like a poor man's Who. It sort of sounds a bit like the Tommy record to me in some ways, but it's different. The Animals. The Twain Shall Meet. Greatest Hits. And Animalism, which is a phenomenal blues rock record from the early 60s, as well as House of the Rising Sun. So there's a quick walkthrough of the letter A of my collection, and I hope you enjoyed that. Just seeing the stuff that other collectors collect, I think, is interesting, and maybe there'll be a couple of records there that you haven't heard of before, maybe. I tend to be pretty mainstream, though, so I'm not too out there. But I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks once again for the 500 subs. I'm really appreciative of that. And check out the new channel. I think you might like that. And hopefully it's interesting and something that you'll want to watch again as well. So take care, and the link for that new channel will be in the description below. Keep on collecting. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you're a big fan of rock and roll and you like records, guitars, and stories about rock and roll, be sure to give us a like and subscribe and ring that bell. It helps us to grow the channel and keep more stuff coming. Thanks a lot.